worked with the British Heart Foundation over the last 3 years, and in this particular instance, the British Heart Foundation approached us and asked us to deliver a solution that would reduce gift aid leakage. There were a multitude of different factors to consider. Not least, this is a solution that would be based upon a requirement for data, and there is no Wi-Fi across any of the British Heart Foundation retail shop estate. There are lots of considerations around security with mobile devices in quite public spaces. Fundamentally, we needed to consider the end user experience, because we know from past experience that unless you make life easier for the end user, any solutions will not be successful. So we embarked upon a 12-month project to design and develop and finally deploy a solution out into the field. Once the solution was finalised and agreed, the British Heart Foundation then conducted a formal tender process, and Stratus was successful in winning the contract.
Prior to the solution being implemented, we recognised there was a number of errors in the process. It was basically a leaky tap. Across the whole process, we were probably losing about 8% of our revenue just from having the wrong label at the beginning of the process. What we really liked about the product was it was ruggedised, it was simple to use in our shops and stores, it was easy to reload, there wasn't any complicated menus, just simple buttons that our shop and store teams could really understand. The fact that it could charge and it had a really long battery life meant that it could be used anywhere in our shops without having to be plugged in all the time. It's a great product. So when selecting the label, it was really important that it was able to be visible, so bright and yellow. It had to be easy to peel because of the amount of product it was going on. It had to be the right size, so the barcode could scan. It had to make sure it didn't leave any residue when it was peeled off. It also had to be steam resistant, so that when it was being prepared for the sales floor, when we steamed and prepped the garment, it didn't then go black. So we don't have Wi-Fi in our shops, so it's important to us that the printer be able to work in any environment. We had to consider how it would work standalone without the Wi-Fi network and how it would Bluetooth connect to a device. And working with Stratus and Toshiba, we managed to find the right product that fitted our scenario.
We selected Toshiba as the hardware vendor of choice, partly because of the pedigree within this particular market segment, but also because of the quality of Toshiba products. Toshiba were a fantastic partner to work with. They supported us on the journey around the specification, configuration and testing of the solution, and we worked hand in hand all the way through the process through to the final deployment.
Stratus already knew our business, already worked with our teams, so when we were unpacking what does that look like as far as pre, during and post rollout, Stratus were really keen to work in partnership with us on the training guides, make sure that we had the right SLAs in place with the help desk and support, making sure the back-to-back SLAs with Toshiba were all there as well, so that whenever a problem or an issue was reported through to our help desk, the right teams were able to respond within the right periods of time.
We've overcome the challenges through really working together. That's working together with the British Heart Foundation, that's working together with their operational teams, IT, and with the shop staff in retail locations. Through delivering this solution, the British Heart Foundation have been able to increase revenues, whilst at the same time, the productivity of retail shop staff has increased. In addition, through the deployment of this platform, we now have a scalable solution in place to help the British Heart Foundation unlock additional value on their journey to digital transformation.
I would really recommend this to other charity retailers. It now gives us a platform to really move on with future developments.